Hello and welcome back to Math Class with Mr. Kura. Today we're going to be talking about solving multi-step equations. If you watched yesterday's video, it was a review of solving one-step equations where you just do one thing. Either you add, subtract, multiply, divide, you do one thing, the problem's done, solved, you're done with. So today we're going to be reviewing multi-step equations, which means you do the same thing, add, subtract, multiply, divide, but you're going to have to do more than one step, multi-steps, in order to solve these. So here's kind of a list of things that you may need to do to solve these. You're not going to have to distribute in every one, you're not going to have to combine like terms in every one, but this would be the order to check to see if you have anything to do. So let's get into it. So distributive property. Let's look at the first one here. Is there anything to distribute? Yes, I can distribute this 6 to both terms inside the parentheses there. So that would leave me with a 6 times 5x and a 6 times 1. So this would become 30x plus 6. Our two 30x and 6 are two problems there. And then on the left-hand side, we're just left with negative 6x minus 30. So then we should draw our line right down the middle here and start to, well, let's see, combine like terms. Is there anything we can combine on either side? No. And then getting the variables on one side and numbers on the other side by doing the opposites. So I need to get all of the variables on one side. How do I get all the variables on one side? Let's see, we have an x, a negative 6x over here, and a positive 30 over here. So let's add the opposite of negative 6x is positive 6x. We add. So I'm going to add 6x to the x term over here. Then the whole point of this is if we combine 6x and negative 6x, those cancel each other out and that goes away. Leaves us with negative 30. And then 30x plus 6x gives us 36x, and we still have plus 6. Then, to get our x's alone, we need to get rid of this negative 6. So remember, our goal here is we're going to do something that would leave us with just 36x down here. We want those x's all alone. So what do we need to do to have only 36x left here? Minus 6. Whatever I do to one side, do to the other side. Negative 30 minus 6x gives us negative 36. Finally, we have 36x, which, what does that mean? 36x means 36 times x, so we need to, the opposite is divide by 36. Divide by 36. That gives us a giant 1. We're left with x equals, and negative 36 divided by positive 36 is negative 1. So x equals negative 1 here. All right, let's try a few more. These problems take quite a bit longer because there's more steps, but it's the same steps as you did for those one-step equations. It's just we were basically doing a bunch of one-step things. Draw our line down. So distributive property. There's nothing to distribute on this one. Is there anything to combine? Can I combine any like terms? Nothing over here, but over here I can combine these two x terms to become 5x, and 2x becomes 7x plus 8. And then over here it doesn't change, 6x plus 5. Now our goal is to get all of our x's on one side. So I'm going to I have x's here and x's here, so I'm going to do the opposite, same step as last time. Well, we had negative 6, now we're going to have positive 6x, so we're going to do the opposite. Minus 6x, minus 6x. 6x minus 6x cancels. I'm left with 5 equals 7x minus 6x is just x plus 8. What do I need to do to get x by itself? Minus 8, minus 8. And so these cancel. Negative 3 equals x, or x equals negative 3. All right, let's kind of jump down here, and we'll do one more. We'll jump down to this one. So I'm going to draw my line, and then distribute. So I'm going to distribute here. I have negative 6 times 5n, negative 6 times negative 5. So this becomes negative 30n plus 30. So negative 30n plus 30 equals 120. To get the 30n by itself, I need to do minus 30, minus 30. Those cancel. 120 minus 30 gives us 90, and negative 30n. This means negative 30 times n, so I need to divide by negative 30, divide by negative 30. This gives us our giant one. N equals positive divided by a negative gives us negative. 90 divided by 30 is 3. So n equals negative 3. So really, these just take some practice to get comfortable with, but it is the same steps that we do with our one-step equations. You're just going to do several one-step equations. Thanks again for spending time in math class with Mr. Kura, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.